AWPing and rifling. You got Kirby, who's kind of the young blood, and actually Glaives, it seems like he's kind of activated him in this team. He's become a pretty legit player who's having big-time performances. Dupree, he's more become a consistent guy at this point in time. You know, maybe in this point in his career, he's not going to be a star player level guy. He's not really playing that entry role as much now, but he's contributing. Zipnik actually seems as sturdy as he ever was. You know, one of the better support players who seems pretty cool under pressure when you consider some of the flaws that some of his teammates have. And then as the new guy, Glaive, not only has he kind of revolutionized the terrorist side of the game for them and brought that back, but he's actually won surprisingly good as a fragger, actually, considering he is trying to be the mastermind role as an in-game leader. So on paper, they certainly have all the pieces. Now the question, as ever for Astralis, is will it mentally hold together? You know, will they be able to survive under the pressure, or will they end up running out of steam like Team Liquid?
Right, okay, well, we'll get it. Good.
Just a burn on Team Liquid again,
crowbar that in, but no problem. Right, but Jason, why don't you tell us about Godsend? This is a test for Astralis, in my opinion, even though Godsend are playing terribly.
And you did say
moment.
they were doing the major.
No one said that.
No, I mean, obviously, the legends, some of the Swedish legends who have won a bunch of majors. The big thing about this team is, I mean, the worrying sign, obviously, is these guys were slated to go to WSG, and due to some bad performances online, which has been consistent with this Godsend team ever since they kind of created it, we're going to back out of WSG at last minute. We want to just prepare entirely for the major. The big thing we saw from them in the qualifier to even get here was JW, that resurgent form from him. We saw like the old JW come back. They need him. They need him to have an early impact because outside of him, they don't have a whole lot of options to open things up on a consistent basis. So his absolutely on point in this if they want any chance of taking down Astralis.
Well, good news. You'll be able to follow JW or any other player you like, really, over at the E-League's Game Command, which we definitely want you to check out. It's an incredible feature. You can go to live.eleague.com and basically you can be your own director. You can pick what you hear, what you look at. It really is awesome, and that game's going to be on there, so make sure you go and have a look at it. Now we're going to get into the vetoes. I think this is going to be an interesting one, Dunk, and there's been some vetoes, they don't really matter. I got to say, I think this is going to be a crucial one.
Yeah, and the thing is the Astralis guys have a pretty wide map pool, but I mean, in theory, we know at some point they're going to get Cobblestone out there. If they really want to play that, that will be very, very bold. At the moment, it's been left in, but they eggos it in the end. We've got to train as it is. Now, actually, Godsend haven't been bad on train. That's been one of the maps that's been pretty decent for them, which is kind of strange because a bunch of these guys over in Fnatic were never a huge fan of train. But this is probably the map. Astralis is the best team in the world right now.
Yeah, well, they've ended the escape streak, so that's quite a merit. Anyway, we're going to quickly go over to an interview that Puckett had earlier today with Device about Astralis' chances here at the Major.
I'm here with Device. Device, I asked Twitter, what questions did they have for you? And a lot of people are saying, is there extra pressure knowing that all of the experts and most of the community are saying Astralis to beat here at the Major?
I think the only pressure that exists is the pressure you put on yourself. So I wouldn't say that there is extra pressure unless you put it on yourself as an individual. We prepared as a team to win this, and I'm sure we're capable of doing it.
Speaking of the preparation, what all did you guys do leading up to this event?
We've been boot camping. We boot camped for a week, and afterwards we had 3 days where we practiced at home before the tournament as well, just to have like some home feeling, so you wouldn't be on like for 3 or 4 weeks, and that's basically it. We've been practicing since the 27th of December, so we started pretty early.
Last question for you, this one again from the community. A lot of people out there, they love watching you. I want to know, what does it take to become a world-class opera like yourself?
It's a tough question to answer. There's so many things you have to do. I myself watch a lot of the other pro players. It's hard to find your style, and I think that's the hardest part.
Bomb plant in this. It's going to be very challenging with the one smoke they have left.
Well, Glaive, presumably, he'll be faking towards inside by himself. That's the one shell position. Probably not going to be a possibility going into that first gun round here. And at this point, Godsend could just sit back, stretch out, and enjoy this round, as it's going to be 5 Glocks up against them and no utility, no armor. Pretty much as redundant as it gets. If the bomb goes down, that's an amazing result for Astralis going forward, and they'll actually make the all possibility. But let's see whether they can just get towards the inside site. There will be one player waiting for them, that's flush out, but what a huge advantage he has. No nades, no armor, and just 5 terrorists in front of him to spray down. Perfect range for it, but if he does miss a few shots here and a player can get a position on the site, the plant is a possibility. Ball towards upper ramp, Glaive to distract once again toward lower. staying alive is actually working out quite nicely for them.
Naden's going to do decent damage to Glaive as he walked out exactly when it landed.
Going into that first gun round here, and at this point, Godsend could this
Bomb gets planted before damage can be done, but a nade coming through from Schneider will take down Glaive. Now, important to remember that they did get this bomb plant for Phi in the next round. Not only that, Device has actually picked up an M4 and done decent damage. He pulls it back temporarily to an even situation at 3 versus 3, but he's found by Schneider, leaving just Xyp9x remaining, trying to wrap around late. Catch off who he can, but caught out by Lekro in the end. Again, it won't matter. Godsend had the round wrapped up, but they get more money for the next buy.
Yeah, that was with 5 Glocks, no nades, no other match. So getting 2 kills and the bomb down as well, it's actually a pretty good result. I think the AWP is actually a possibility now at this stage. I'll have a quick look as, yeah, it is. Device can actually pick it up. That $800 actually makes a massive difference now. He gets some head armor as well to go with it. No nades, but Device, as actually been pointed out across...
The $800 gets him to Glass Cannon, but the kill as well that he got. So
right.
Both those are huge.
So the people like he's been ranked very highly in 2016, like definitely in the top 5. I think he was number.
Operation is knows time's low. Spots Kirby. And Kirby still gets the shot in return. There was time if the exchange went his way.
The problem
finally Astralis get around.
The problem is, I think we're trying to overthink that situation a little bit too much. Obviously, when you don't know where the player is in a 1v1, he could be pushed up right towards the connector, trying to double kind of bait it, but it wasn't the case, and he had to go a little bit quicker than that, unfortunately. Great round overall, though. Astralis with the outside rush. It finally gets one on the board for them, but a lot of reset potential here, Matt. They're only going to get $3,500 with the bomb exploding towards the end there, but it's going to be 3 AKs and 2 Tech 9s with a full buy of Godsend and a full reset potential as well. They're not out of woods just yet, even though they win the previous round.
Flusha tagging up Xyp9x as well. Nade's going to go in. That's going to do decent time as well. First on Kirby, and more so on Kirby. Still gets the shot in return. Kill on Flusha himself before going down, and now they've got openings as Dupree. Nade again. Got 2 kills on the entry, and a Molotov's going to hold out JW, which means another bomb plant on the B site. Xyp9x is the one to fight forward. He's low, though, and Pronax gets to the lane fast enough to catch him off. He's getting information as well. JW still smoked off a connector, though, has to wait a little longer to get that AWP back in play. They both have kits.
Well, then they can neutralize it.
And there was time if the exchange went his way.
The bomb as well.
Finally, Astralis get around.
Glaive. He's had a very quiet game so far, but if he can pull this one off, all will be forgiven.
Massive reset. Jumps over the Molotov. They're on it in the smoke. He's looking for the defuse, but it's going to be refused. Glaive able to take down Pronax. Has to bait this back to a one-on-one with JW. He wants to slip up the alleyway. Still ample time, but Glaive's going to slide out. And thankfully, Astralis don't get reset, as it would have gone 10-1, and the half could have been gone at that.
Yeah, absolutely. For the reasons you just pointed out, that was a full reset round as well. Glaive had pretty much posted absolutely nothing to this game so far, but that round was huge for Astralis. They couldn't afford to lose it. He wins 2 versus 1. Pushes through a Molotov on the lower ramp as well. Finds the diffuser. He's in a full smoke as well. A lot of pressure in that scenario, and he prevails. 9-2. Still money just about available for Godsend. They don't want to give in just yet. They know if they win one of these force by rounds, they can keep this incredible scoreline rolling, but it's going to be an AWP and a Max 7 and a UMP in the hands of Lekro. To be fair, Lekro is phenomenal with the UMP, so don't let that be something that you think is going to let him down, because Flusha now opening things up as he pushes towards the brown holes. Once again, it's Xyp9x where the player is in a 1v1. He can be pushed up right towards the connector, trying to down. 5-on-4 once more, and that's what's required on these sort of force by rounds.
I thought Schneider was going to go up that. Saw him just getting away from the top of the ladder, and knows his teammates already collected one at the corner with the AWP, but good response nonetheless. They do find 2 kills. Shotgun from JW, which we don't see as much on train, especially not at outer.
It's a difficult towards Pop Dog normally.
Yeah,
that's where it's traditionally used. But yeah, Ivy, it can be another prevalent position for it. It does pay off this time. 4-on-2. We do have a minute remaining though. Go a little bit quicker than that and make it a 4-on-1 as Schneider finds Kiabi. Just Device now. He has got all the nades, but only one minute remaining. You can see this lock in. Pronax pretty much guaranteed around. There's no way Device is going to pre-fire this sort of position, but if Pronax walks his crosshair, he could. There it is though. Pronax comes out on top and it takes the final player there, 10-2. And you can see a SAR ready from Lekro. Big round for them to pick up, all things considered. It's worth the force buy, I think, at that point when you have the possibility in the AWP on a map like Train, and it's so CT-sided as well. Those shotguns, if they find one kill, certainly can open up options. And now, great round overall, though. Astralis with the outside rush. They finally get it. Looking devastating. Nothing really purchased as of yet. Just a smoke, a PT-50, and a deagle. That's it. So this is very likely to be 11-2 in favor of Godsend. I don't think anyone would have called this at the start of the game. Definitely a team of like world-class players, former world champions, right? But in terms of this project, Godsend overall has been pretty disappointing. But Glaive somehow finds something with this One of the few upgraded weapons we've had there. The PD-50 comes out on top there towards Pop Dog, takes down JW, and they've managed to recover the Mag 7 as well. But a lot of reset potential here, Matt. They're going to get against.
And that's the position we normally see it in. You just finished saying that in the last round. Pop Dog. This time it comes up light. Glaive tagged by it, but got the kill. Start to look inside of B, and Flusha again is going to be the one wielding the op. Tries to get the tag, doesn't quite, has to fall away from this, but Astralis don't want to commit either on this. They want to back away. They don't need to confront that AWP, especially with just pistols inside of a very open bomb site.
Yeah, absolutely. So, 32 $500 with the bomb exploding. Yeah, he's got a very nice position. Backed up by Pronax, who sold a bit of a push in as well. He's going to get a ton of information. He'll probably get 1, maybe 2 kills as they make their way towards Ivy as well. One's going to walk into his crosshair, I'm almost sure of it. As we wait. Oh, Device. Maybe saved by the flashbang that came in there. I thought trying to be guaranteed a kill at this point. Here it comes.
Gun won't quite protrude beyond the wall. That's a good angle for it. Device anticipates, but how do you find that angle? There you go, exactly that. Snyder hits it.
It's going to be
He's trying to time it with the entry that came in from Ivy, though, because Glaive does make his way toward the bomb site. Schneider wants to go through smoke.